You know,
Officer Yawasap to my
Brother,
left.
Brother Lemuel. And we got another one, and another one. we going over raising children in righteousness. That goes for our children. That goes for those that don't know they're Israel yet. Their children too. It's a collective effort. Our children need to reverse the evils that happened 2 generations ago. You know, with our parents, as far as the drug scene, the crime, the clubbing, you know, things that happened back in the 70s and the 80s, man. We got to reverse that cycle, you know, crack babies and all of that. So, I mean, we really going to touch on that, how to really change our community and what we need to do to raise our children in righteousness, because there's a whole lot of unrighteous children out here. Monsters running these streets.
Right.
When we was at camp Saturday, you know, I'm in the back. I see this boy, you know, he was stocky, he was a fat little boy. He had to be no older than 12.
I think he was probably 12.
He walked up to, it was a woman probably in her 40s, a gentleman, an older gentleman to her left, which was probably in his 60s, you know, 70s. And then there was another gentleman that was probably in his 60s. He had an all white, you know, goatee, so bald head. You know, he was probably about 60.
I think he was a little younger.
You know.
But no matter. But go ahead.
This boy walks up to him. I don't know whether he got a cigarette from them or he already had a cigarette and needed a lighter. Either way, the little boy sparks up a cigarette, puffs the smoke, blow it in their face. I think the one with the Michael Jordan cut said something to him, and the little boy got upset and started mouthing off to him.
Right. I didn't hear what he said. I don't know what he said, but he went off on him. Right.
This little boy started mouthing off on him. And this like I said, he's about 60, 70 years old, and he sits there and he's saying something back, but this little boy is being really disrespectful. I mean, smoking in front of him, talking to him like he's nothing.
It was just
and then walk off.
It was like you was watching a grown folks activity. Like all the people over there was grown, looked like, but it was two.
It was a little girl and a little boy. Right. The little boy was the one that sparked up.
Well, it was 2 kids over there. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I'm like, if you take the age away, it's like a bunch of adults over there,
right?
Handling business, you know. But that was a sad sight to see.
I wanted to do some pootie tang action. I wanted to take off my belt and make a stretch from the camp to that boy's backside, for real. That pootie tang action.
That's what we have wrong today. Our older fathers and mothers are scared of the kids.
They are terrified of these little demons.
Yeah, terrified. You know, the parents not taking responsibility for their own kids, what their own kids are doing. Their kids are saying, you know, her kids shooting up the block. You know, doing all kind of evilness.
Right, but you can't say nothing wrong about little DeAndre.
Okay.
DeAndre is a saint. He keeping pistols, packing, face full of tattoos. But that's still my little baby.
Bro, that burns. I'm telling you, that burns me up. Every time, like I'm not gonna say his name, but one guy got killed in the neighborhood when I was growing up. Mom come running outside. Nah, my baby, he doesn't do nothing to nobody. I'm like, do you know your baby is the head? Well, was the head? What the hell are you talking about?
Our children are.
He was running stuff.
Right, our children are slowly turning into white kids. What I seen by that is because me growing up, I used to hang out around with a lot of white kids. A lot of white kids.
They disrespectful.
Right. I used to skateboard, you know. So, you know, I ain't have a pack full of brothers doing skateboarding. I had a clique full of, you know, white people, right?
Yeah.
We go to their house. Ryan, we're like, Mama going outside. No, you're grounded. Shut the hell up, Mom. who are you talking to like that? Look, you know how you get that feeling inside of you?
Like
it's like an empty feeling, like your heart fall to your feet.
I'm thinking it's about to go down.
And you looking around like your mama gonna hop out the wall on them. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You just frozen.
I've been there. I've been there.
And this gets what say. Well, be home before dark. Shut up.
Listen.
I'm starting to see black kids do that. They're not going as far as demeaning their mom to the point where calling a, whore or, I'm not going to say any other colorful, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all ever went to some white kid's household, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all seen it on TV. I ain't got to use the words. But black kids are slowly but surely doing the same thing.
Yup, they're starting to do the same thing. When I was growing up, my mom wasn't having it. My mom wasn't having it, bro. I had bust lips. I was like, listen, you look at me, I go to school, they thought I had a fight on the block somewhere. Like, nah, my mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm for real. I'm not lying to you. Go to school with busted up the tongue. And I'm talking about mumbling. What you say?
Right. It didn't even, you didn't have to say nothing. You could just
I'm like, I
breathe the wrong way.
Listen, I can't believe she heard. I'm way in the room. I ain't do this in a room with her. I was, I'm saying, I'm going in. I'm saying stuff.
Right.
Stupid self. Oh, stupid lady. I'm getting mad. I'm going all saying all kind of. I wish you wasn't here. When you're mad, when you're a little kid, you don't know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying all this stuff, and my mom's hear me. She coming there boloing me.
Over with.
No belt. Bolo on me because she couldn't find a belt. That's why.
Right. The disrespect, there's two brothers, man, Malik and Shalene, and Duncan, right? Their mama wasn't, I guess we'll say, that much involved with them, right? So it kind of turned out a certain way. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be real. They terrorized people. Let's just be 100. They got into it with their moms, you know what I'm saying? They was talking bad to their moms, calling her crackhead, all of that. I mean, which I don't know if it's true or not. But if they said, animosity come out, the truth come out when you're mad, But that still gives you no right to disrespect the woman that birthed you. You understand what I'm saying? At the same token, you understand what I'm saying? Both sides of the fence on that. But these kids, man.
People like to say stuff to hurt you too.
Right. These kids, man, we gotta do better. Period.
Even in Israel.
Right, we gotta. Oh man, we gonna touch on that next.
People who know the Israelites, like kids running around, I be having to, my kid. I be like, listen, my own kids, I have to step it up. I have to step it up. I see my son pushing another kid. I'm like, no, you can't do that.
Right.
I have to stop that. If I see it, some of these parents see it, it won't stop it. Like, oh, they just kids. No.
Right. One day it's pushing, next day it's punching. The kids in too.
That's the same thing as kid growing up thinking he want to be a girl now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I want to put on women's shoes. No, the boys don't do that. You understand? You have to tell him that.
You know what Steve Harvey had the audacity to say?
Bro,
we're going to go to break after this, but I'm going to leave it with this. Just like you said, Steve Harvey says those that, disown their children for the LGBT, like they're gay, transgender, lesbian. He said there's something wrong with you. I would never stop loving my kids. And that's the problem. Honest to God, that's the problem. Our kids do whatever they want to do, and you were still expected to love them. Like, oh, I'm accepted. A love and acceptance are two different things, but they group it together in the world. In order for me to love you, I have to accept it. No, hell no. Let my son try to come in and say, I want to wear.
That's because our people don't know what love is.
You're right. That is the fundamental reason, but
they don't know what love is, so they think love is hugs and kisses, and so they don't know what to do when their kids are like, well, I got to love them.
Else you'll be Magic
You don't
Johnson.
know what love is.
You could be Magic Johnson and have a child that carries your name. Isn't he like, what's Magic Johnson's first name? Irvin? Irvin Johnson III wears girl clothes. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got your exact name. He's not Junior, he's the third. Wears girl clothes.
Bro, just thinking about that situation give me a headache.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, that's accepting wickedness, and I will not do it.
I'm sorry.
I will not do it.
I'm sorry.
If my little boy want to be a little girl, he got to get out of my house immediately. He could be 8. I'm calling child services on myself. I'm telling you. If he say I want to be a princess, no, you're a boy. If he continues on with that, CPS, come get this little boy. What's his name? Some Ben Israel. Come get him. No, I don't want him. You're about to have a new mommy and daddy. Pack your stuff.
Listen, we got to stand up. We have to start standing up for God's laws, man.
Right.
That's the only way we're going to get these kids back under control. And you think hugs and kisses is love and you buying them things. They know you don't know what the hell you doing. These kids know. The kid like, damn, I just did all this and I got a pair of Jordans.
Right. Come on, man.
I
Hey.
did all this. Look, the kid know.
Bruh.
The kid ain't stupid. I was young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
My brother's a perfect example. My brother got suspended every chance he got. Whether it was in-school suspension, it was out-school suspension. If it was an out-school suspension, when he went back, how do you get suspended out of school, and when you immediately go back to school, you in-school suspension? Like, that's the first place you go. And then you go to regular class. As soon as he goes to regular class, it goes right back. ISS and then out-of-school suspension. Guess what? Fresh to death. He had Boss. That's the time when Boss came out. Tommy Hilfiger. Jordans.
So she showed more interest in him than you because you can handle it better. You was a good kid, so I don't have to really worry about him. I have to focus on him.
Watch the excuse. There's something wrong with him.
Yeah.
That we ain't trying.
I dealt with that.
We ain't trying how do they say it? We're not trying to make him feel like he's different than everybody else. But that's exactly what you're doing. He does whatever he wants. We in Germany, you know it's legal to smoke and drink at the age of 15, right?
Right.
My brother takes his lunch money, goes to the German economy, and is drunk by 3 o'clock.
Wow.
Comes home drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he gets punished, beat, whatever. But when we go shopping,
Listen,
that's the time FUBU came out. He has FUBU everything.
bro, I'm gonna tell you what happened with me. I worked. This is one out of many situations when I was growing up. I worked all summer long. If you ever been in New Orleans in the summer, you know what I'm talking about. Like the humidity is sticky, it's hot, you barely can breathe sometimes. I'm talking about I worked all summer long, every day. Didn't know it was Saturday, Saturday.
Right.
I'm talking about every day I worked. Every day. Got school started, went under my bed to get my money. Roberta took all my money.
You had it in a Reebok shoebox?
I don't know if it was a Reebok. It was in my shoe. It was in my shoe. I was a little boy. I was young. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. It was over $4,000.
Oh, man, he would have to see my hands. Oh, okay. Listen. In the world. In the world.
Listen. I went and told my mama. She acted like it was nothing. I went like, he took my money. Well, you shouldn't have left. You should have gave it to me. You should have left it in there. You know, I said, this is my room. Well, what you want me to do? you the mother.
Yeah, be mama.
You know, put his ass out. I can't put my child. You know, I told him.
That's my brother's 30 years old, and my mama can't still kick him out.
I ain't gonna listen to what I'm saying. My brother. So your brother still staying with your mom right now?
Yes.
My brother, I hope he is. If you watch, he gonna get it today. He's still staying with mom today.
There's always those boys that get sheltered, right? That always don't leave. I don't look.
He's there today.
Mothers, listen to me. Stop enabling these boys. If you shelter this boy, you're gonna be sheltering him till the day you die. I promise you.
And that goes to show you. And I ain't talking about the women who doing it, who allow their fathers to be the son's life. I'm talking about the mothers who don't. You hate your child. I'm gonna tell you straight. You cannot raise no boy. You cannot. I don't care if you can beat him or you can do whatever you want. When he get a certain age, when I got a certain age, because I told you my mom woke me up. When I got a certain age for no niggas, I was like, this don't even hurt. It felt like a pillow was hitting me. When I got to a certain age, it was like, poof. I was like this.
Trying to make it seem.
You know,
like
I was making it seem like, all right, bro, all right. After a while, she started having to grab stuff because her hands started hurting. She started having arthritis in her hands, so she couldn't really hurt me. You understand? I mean, you women, y'all, and I seen a comment on here talking about the government destroying them, more. Well,
it started at home.
I wanted to say that. But it starts at home. It starts at home. I give a little bit to them because you send them, but you send them to school. My kid right now who can't go to school, we homeschooling him. I'm not sending him to Esau schools.
Nope.
I'm sorry, he's not gonna see it.
It was a older sister. She was like grandma's age. She's a doctor, right? She has a doctorate. She was on the stage with Tavis Smiley. She said something profound. She said, I forgot how she said it. When we go to break, I'm going to look for the video. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for the video because she said something about these kids. Talk about the mama's scared of the school system, how they think about raising it. The school system is scared of the principal. The principal's scared of the school board. The school board is scared of the kids. And the kids ain't scared of nobody.
They ain't scared of nobody.
Wow.
Well, they're scared of the police. I don't even think
they ain't even scared of the police now.
Yeah, they not.
Look, the older ones are still the ones that running from the police. These young kids.
It's just me when the police get behind me. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I be like,
we got some sense. Some of these kids.
Put your hands right here.
Some of these kids are void of emotion. Real talk.
Right.
I've seen them. I've seen these kids.
Listen.
They will knock you off for a pair of Jordans, and that's real. If let's say a big homie on the block, right? Big homie on the block is probably 21 years old. 20, maybe.
That's a big homie?
That's a big homie now.
21?
21 is a big homie now. You know why? Because everybody else is getting shot. Prior to
big
shooting.
Homie is 21.
21, depending on how much he,
But you know what?
Work he put in.
Go ahead, I'm going to let you talk.
All right. Okay. This comes from a worldly life, y'all. So forgive me. 2021. That's the one that the high schoolers look up to. That's the one that the kids in middle school looking up to.
Don't know
2021. Right.
Listen, I just got to touch this. And I'm gonna let you got to remember, 21. I'm talking about people who are 35, 40. Remember when you were 21? You didn't know nothing. You didn't know nothing. You thought you knew something. I'm telling you the truth. I ain't going to be like no fake person. Be like, I knew it all. Y'all, bro, 21 years old, you didn't know nothing, man.
Watch this. Good question. Script, get 2nd Esdras, chapter 5, verse 8. Because what we're talking about right now is these monsters. With the void of discipline, the void of God's commandments, the void of righteousness, period, brings forth these children that we see
And
today.
you hate this Bible. You hate this Bible.
I'm talking about the mama that go to church on Sunday have these monsters. The woman that goes to church every Sunday breed these monsters, man.
That's how I knew something was wrong with Christianity. That's how I knew something wrong with these churches.
Either they in church and they're feminine, or they outside of church. I can't even destroying things. I don't know how any way to put it. Read that.
2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places.
This is going into the description. Esther asked, what would the end look like? What would be the signs of the end? This is the sign of the end. Read.
There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be off sent out again. And the wild beasts shall change their places.
All that is saying before that is happening now, but this is the main part. Read.
And mistress women shall bring forth monsters.
Mistress women are unclean women, unrighteous women, ungodly women. Bring forth what?
Monsters.
Nah, angels.
Monsters.
If you don't understand what ungodly is, unrighteous, you ain't keeping God's laws.
Right. Wicked women. Thank you. Make it plain. Wicked women. Bring forth what again?
Monsters.
Nah, that's my little boy.
He's a
Monsters.
monster.
These kids are monsters. I'm talking about. I seen a video of 6 or 7 young sisters, teenage sisters, beating another sister to an inch of her life in a restaurant. What did that girl do to make 7 girls that mad till you beat her she almost died in a restaurant? She was on the ground. They stopped her till she didn't move anymore.
And that's all, listen, that goes back to your upbringing.
Right.
Let's go back to your upbringing.
And then you got kids, like I said, the 20-year-olds are raising the 13-year-olds. They're raising the 8-year-olds,
In some cases,
the 9-year-olds.
You got teenagers raising kids. In some cases.
Right. I'm talking about on the block, the street life that everybody want to be in.
Okay.
The big homie, for those that are in high school that ain't in the truth, I'm going to tell you something. The reason why your kid act out and you don't recognize your kid no more is because, first of all, movies, TV, and music influenced them to find one of these young boys on the block that's 2021, that's probably been out on his own since he was 11, teaching him the same thing that he knows, and he wants to get in the good graces of his big homie that's 20 to 21. So the big homie, right? So the big homie gonna have him do things like rob a store, shoot at somebody, beat somebody up, home invasions. I've seen it all.
Right. And then he gonna tell him, like, even though it's wickedness, but it's ways you do things. He just gonna tell him to do it. Go do it right now.
Bro, I was in Lawton, Oklahoma. I went to high school in Lawton, Oklahoma, right? At first, when I come from North Carolina, I didn't think it was black people in Oklahoma in the first place.
Me neither.
Then when I moved to Lawton, which was probably be the worst city in Oklahoma,
Well, Tulsa, I think, give you a run from
my first day in Lawton.
Lawton? Yes, it is the hell
My
city
first
of
day.
Oklahoma.
Headquarters.
I'm
Yes,
talking
I
about,
forgot about Lawton. I forgot.
I see some things in North Carolina, but my first day in Lawton, I go down the street to the store. I see a kid no older than 5 or 6 with blue Dickies on, and he had an orange and blue 2 bandanas tied together, wrapped around in a belt loop as a belt loop, sagging his pants with a beater on like he was 20 years old. I said, what the hell did I just move into?
Bro, I went down there for a comedy show one time. And I went there, I'm thinking I'm about to enjoy this comedy show. You know, they got like some big headliners, and I forgot who it was. It was a long time ago. So I get to there. These dudes, man, and the girls, they making all kind of noise, standing up on it, talking on the phone. I mean, the man trying to do a show, they cussing the dude out. Dude, they scared the police right there. They ain't telling them nothing. I said, never again. I spent $60 a piece on them doggone tickets. I spent $6 a piece on them doggone tickets, and just wasted it because people don't know how to act when they go out.
Right. No,
I'm talking, it look like well, this is. No, one of the dudes hopped on stage.
bruh.
They hopped on stage. I'm like, who is these people? I thought they was running it. They owned the club or wherever we were. You know, and I'm like, I know they don't own this place.
No.
I know they don't own this place. It was like a civil center or something down there.
Bruh, I was in high school right on the football team. I was ineligible for like half the season because, yeah, I was a monster, okay? But anyway, this is how it would be. We used to go play, we played 6A football. So we went to the college to play.
Right.
The Lawton High, Eisenhower High rivalry game, right? There's a convenience store directly across the street. It's a Circle K. This is in high school. This is in 2005 and 6 and 7. Immediately after the game, all the gangbangers would meet across the street at the Circle K convenience store and have a brawl. People would leave in fourth quarter to meet up over there, bro. I mean, it would be 80 to 90 people, bro. 80 to 90 people, bro, beating the hell out of each other, bro. The cops would watch it.
Yeah.
The cops would watch it, and whoever is knocked out, beat up to the point where they can't run, will be the ones that get arrested.
They just wait.
They just making sure that nobody shoots up nobody or whatever. We was slugging them out, bro. Where was the parents at? The parents was at the game. The kids across the street fight. What's wrong with that picture?
Bruh.
That's
It
crazy.
made me think of something too. Like, I was staying in Tulsa. I forgot where I was going, but I had to get gas, right? And this is QT is 24 hours. They don't shut down. When I get to the gas station, I go to 2. The second one I get to is shut down too. I'm like, why these gas stations shut down? Well, every time a game, we have to shut the gas stations down, or they'll come take everything. Like they'll do a mob, something like where they'll take all the chips and just take everything in the store. Like they'll just go in there as a mob. Like hundreds of kids go in the store and just taking stuff. So they just start shutting stuff down. I'm like,
And these,
they run this like you said, they scared of nobody. The kids ain't scared of nothing.
right. Give me Isaiah 3:12. We'll touch on this a little bit. We're gonna get to the problem first. Of course, we gotta understand the problem, and then we're gonna go into the solution. But this is how bad the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans got. I used to hang out with a whole bunch of Hispanics too. They mama do not, you know, Issachar, the so-called Mexican, names their children things like Jesus, Jeremiah, Reuben, Angel.
A lot of angels. There's a lot of angels.
And I'm telling you, those people were, those brothers,
Or the devils. We're talking about some angels.
man,
You should have named them Devil, Lucifer.
hey,
Shoot.
Caleb, hey, man. I hung around these brothers, man. They crazy. They crazy. One of them was Angel was about to poke up a dude in a bathroom at school. I was playing. Bro, I was like, hey, man, this brother talking, you know.
Yeah, dude.
He said, oh, really? He pulls out a butterfly knife. We in school, bruh. We had to go through metal detectors. He pulls out a butterfly knife and he whips it around and cluck. I was like, bro, I was just playing. He was about to poke him up, bruh. His name is Angel, bruh.
Play like that.
Hey.
Don't play like that.
Right. He's like, okay. He put it back up like nothing happened. The dude that we was playing with looked around like, it just got real. You know what I mean? Bruh.
You about to die.
Issachar is crazy. Gad is too. Gad is even crazier. Gad got
Gad
got a drug problem. For those Gadites and so-called Native Americans, check your kids, man. They into a lot of drugs. A lot of drugs. I mean, they don't do just normal Judah drugs. They doing it all. They crushing pills and snorting them. I'm telling you the problem, man.
Like, they went from a heavy, like, drinking problem to opium. I mean, listen, it's bad. The reservations, I was seeing this documentary on one of them, oh, man. If somebody remember that documentary, it's in Utah or something like that, somewhere up north. Man, it's bad, man. It's like 13 or 14-year-olds, like, they look like they smashed out, bro. They like zombies. Almost the whole town was looking like this. And they was just, like, everybody right outside the line, they cool with it. You know, Esau right there, just making sure they stay on this line. Anytime they cross that line, they getting dealt with, getting arrested.
Bro, I'm telling you, look, in these gangs, the ones that got Gadites, so-called Indians in them, the Indian, look, when the Bible said that they got a warrior-like spirit, they did not exaggerate, bro. They will do anything. I mean, look.
Listen, they trying to build up north right now. I can't remember the states. They trying to build a pipeline through like 3 states or whatever, and then
right. Oh yeah.
And Gad ain't playing with them.
Gad is waking up.
Playing with them, bro.
Gad is waking up.
They still think but they still got that spirit of warrior, like spirit, and bro.
They woke it up. That's what happened. They was asleep. They doing that. They woke them up. Now they up.
They don't know who they are though. They don't know who they Gad.
No.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
But that spirit they got.
Yeah,
Listen, it's there, and
in the world, I wouldn't fight an Indian. No, real talk. I would fight Judah. I would fight Issachar. I would not fight Gad. Because Gad don't know when to stop.
Issachar don't either.
No, when Issachar get tired, it's siesta time. They'll come back later. Gad will fight till he has no breath in his life.
Bro, you don't understand what he's saying. I seen this.
I have too.
Gad.
I used to live in Gary, Oklahoma.
Gad could be bloody. Gad could be gasping for air. But if Gad can get any air in his body, he's coming at you. You will have to kill Gad.
Bro, I seen a line like that, bro. Like how Gad is, I seen a line like that. Buffalo had this guy on the side where Buffalo got him.
Yeah, I seen that too.
And he was like, look, I'm gonna die, you gonna die.
Right.
And I'm like, the day he had no more breath, he was still and like the last breath he got, he charged. And guess what? Charged him. I'm like, damn, why you just leave?
Bruh. I would not fight him. But read that, Isaiah 3:12.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Oh, my people.
Hold on, stop that. Read that again and read that slow. We got to understand. The reason why these kids is as crazy as they are, read it again.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Children oppress us. That's why a convenience store that's a 24-hour convenience store has to close because the kids come in there and steal everything. Kids have brawls after high school football games. They run the block. If you're an adult, you probably purchasing your drugs if you have a drug problem from these children.
They oppress the communities, man.
They oppress the community. If you look at Chicago, the ones that are doing all the killing, like we had a show a few weeks back.
And the only reason why you mentioned Chicago because they're doing the most. That don't mean just because he mentioned some place in Denver, some place in Kansas, some place in New Orleans, some place in Oklahoma. They just doing it the most. That's why he's saying Chicago.
The most people that get shot are teenagers. The most people doing the shooting are teenagers. It's a fact. But, okay, the children are the oppressors. Read.
And women rule over them.
Why is the children the oppressor?
Women rule over them.
Because women rule over them. That means two things. One, your men are sucking. There's no men running the household or the community at all. They're nowhere to be found.
Right.
They're on the corner, on crack, drunk.
Every time you see a shooting or somebody die, you see a bunch of women on the news.
Black Lives Matter is a bunch of women. I don't condone Black Lives Matter. Actually, I'm against it. The movement, the organization.
Listen, I'm not with no Black Lives. I'm not with no black nothing. I'm with Israel.
Right. Black Christ matters. That's what I'm repping.
Israel matters. That's all I'm with. You know what I'm saying? Because you got they talk too.
Right.
East Indians.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but they had us in captivity. Y'all don't know their history. You got brothers up here that know a lot of history. You know what I'm saying? Them people put us in slavery and they did us bad, man. They did us bad. For you know what I'm saying? For y'all don't know. That's why I'm making fun of them.
Right. But watch this. On top of that, it said women rule over them. The reason why most of these men or boys do the things that they do is because the women condone it. I'm talking about the young women. They try to press a girl. Oh, you gotta be a thug. You gotta have dreads in your head. Nothing against anybody got dreads in their head, but I want a gangster with some dreads. That's what they do. The boy had a clean fade that he would, Mama, I want dreads. Why? Cause I want dreads. Cause the little girl want a boy that look like Young Thug. Now your little boy wearing a dress. Man, look, these women condone that too. I seen a black woman on TV talking about my son want to be a princess, so I call him a little princess. He dressed up like a little girl, I dress him up. And got the weak, effeminate father next to him like, yeah, I support my son 100%. What the hell is wrong with our people? Young Thug is one of 11 children. Really no father in the household. And now he's wearing a dress. Rapping nonsense.
Did you just mention about I don't know who it was. Somebody showed us a cover.
Yeah.
Did you just say that?
Yeah. Young Thug wearing a dress on a cover. Look like a mix between Cinderella and Raiden. Cinderella.
Hey, listen, I'm laughing. It ain't. I'm laughing because of the way you said it, but it ain't funny. I'm already angry about it because you know what it's gonna do? Stupid
Young boys.
Well, the mama's ain't gonna tell them that it's wrong, that you can't wear it. It's gonna, that's cute. He gonna be that's cute.
That's not a girl skirt. That's a boy skirt.
That was the mama gonna say.
Mamas is doing what they job. No, they're not.
Don't try to listen. Don't. You know you can't do that. I'm not talking about nobody who's keeping these laws and doing their best with their kids in the commandments. Because I'm going to show you a story about that.
Right.
After we come back from break. I don't know, we're going to go to break. I don't know where the break man is, but I know he's doing something somewhere.
No.
You want me to finish this in Isaiah?
No, hold on one second. Because you said something heavy about, go ahead and finish it. Golly, man.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
The women are the ones leading them.
All right. Start from the mother.
Start from the top.
Yeah, start from the top. So we won't lose that thought.
Let's go.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
As for God's people, you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, that's why we mentioned, Because God say, as for my people, he ain't talking about nobody else. As for my people, because you're the ones who doing this stuff. Read.
Children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
And women rule over the people who are oppressing the neighborhoods, your kids, gangs.
Mothers that won't allow the father in the household because he got a new woman and she hates that new woman and she hates that he don't want her, will deny this man to see his children. And his children grow up, his son grow up thinking that his daddy don't love him and didn't want him. So what is he going to do? What is the child naturally going to do? Act out. Because he feel like nobody want him. The man that helped create him doesn't love him.
Put the number. Somebody want to call in.
Now, there's cases where some men don't want to be in their children's life, and that's lacking on their end. They suck as a father too. But guess what? For those that don't have fathers, we are fathers.
Right.
We got to be fathers to the fatherless.
Right.
You understand?
A lot of these kids don't even know what it is to, be a man because they never seen one. So when they see a real father, they think he's like fake or phony or something. Why is he trying to stop me from doing this? Why is he trying to stop me from doing this? Because it's wrong.
Right.
It ain't right. I know your mama ain't telling you.
You said something heavy, bro. Because watch this. You remember that story we brought out about that father? This boy got his hat stolen.
Right.
And his father went to the bullies to get his hat back. And when he got the hat back and he turned around, one of those young kids shot him in the head. Now, this boy got to go without a father. I guarantee you those boys that did that didn't have a father either.
No. Hell no. I know they didn't. And guess what? That's mama's baby.
Right.
That's mama's baby.
Right. He gonna go home and
he got the big piece of chicken.
Right. Talking about you the man of the house. Some of these mothers is sick in the head, bro. Expect a 12 or 13-year-old to go out here and pay the bills.
We're gonna tell you straight here. We're gonna tell you straight here. I'm sorry. I know it hurts, you know what I'm saying? But look, we have to wake up.
We have counselors in this congregation that tells us stories all the time about a boy saying, when I leave here, man, I gotta make some money so the lights don't get cut off. What? He's 13. What does he gotta do? Look, I understand life is hard sometimes. I mean, it happens. But for a mother to expect her son that's only in 8th grade to provide food, shelter, and lights in the house.
That's why I say
crazy.
That's why I say I give it partially to the government too, because it still boils down to the mothers. I know it started at home. It does start at home, and I know the government play a lot of part because you so easy to leave your husband or whoever you so ready to leave him. You made a kid with the child. As soon as you get angry with him or something he did, you leave him because the government said, okay, you can leave him, and I got this for you, I got that for you, not knowing you destroying your kid.
Right.
And a daddy, he don't want to put up with it because every time he try to correct the kid, you won't call the police. So he was like, you don't want me to be a father, so I'm out. You got all the rights. So what you expect him to do? Because you can get on. We got a caller.
Caller, what's your name and where you from?
Sure, Mr. Stein. I'm calling from Georgia. I just had a quick comment. I made a comment that the government will mess your kids up a lot of times more than you will, and you're right, it does start at home. I say that because I work at a facility that houses kids with behavioral and psychological disorders. I had a client who came into this facility. She told me the story. Her mom, she was living with her mom and dad. She did not want to get her butt whooped because she was acting up at school, and her dad tried to discipline her. And her dad said, you know what, I'm going to finish this tomorrow. This little girl, she went to school, she told my daddy don't whoop me, he do this, he do that. What did the counselors do? They told defects came to the house, came to get her, the mom and dad were trying to do their best to discipline that child. She ended up at the facility where I work, which is a facility that treats kids with psychological disorders. She went in because she didn't want to get her butt whooped, but she's there now with 3 different psychological diagnoses. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, anxiety disorder, and borderline personality disorder, and they popped her full of meds. And they will not release her because they get money off of her. So a lot of times parents try to do their best with their kids, but you know, they end up in a facility like that. The government got them and they're destroying them more. She might as well just took her butt whoop and left it at that. But she ended up in a facility. Now she popping pills 3 days a week, and them pills is making her worse off than she ever could have been. And that's why I say a lot of times the government will mess your kids up unintentionally. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, that's intentional. That was completely intentional.
No, that was intentional. And while you was on hold, I just said that.
Right.
And while you was on hold, what you said, that's why I said you would. I don't take it out the government hands either.
Right. The government is. You're right, sister. You absolutely right.
They got a part in it as well. But what we doing is, I can't control the government. I can't tell it. You know, that's something that's against us. Period. They're against us. So I'm talking to the people who can do something about it with their own kids.
Right.
That's who we talking to. So I'm trying to wake somebody up who's on here watching this and stop the madness. Stop the
Well, you know what's so sad about it is that the mom and dad were trying to do their best to discipline the baby.
Right.
And somebody got in her ear, whether a counselor or principal, and they let them know at school, hey, you know, you don't supposed to get whooped, you don't supposed to do this, here's the number, if somebody's whooping you. So the parents were just trying to discipline their child.
Absolutely.
And then we got the school system teaching them that we're not allowed to whoop them. Then they end up in a facility doped up with all these disorders
And
that they never had to begin with. It's sad.
Right. It's by design. That is by design, because they give you an ultimatum. You whoop your children, you get them taken away. You don't whoop your children, and they oppress you. That's the only 2 options they give you.
I'm gonna show you something. And this goes. I guarantee you, you racist, but it still come back to the law, statute, and commandments. Because watch this. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28. Give me Deuteronomy 28, and give me where it says.
We
32.
appreciate your comments, sister. That was needed. We needed that side of it.
I want her to hear this. I want her to hear this because a lot of times we think we doing right, but if we ain't keeping the commandments, we ain't doing right. We got to wake back up. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans got to wake up. You understand? I mean, they can say, "Oh, that's a good family. They pay their bills." They say it's a good family, right? They pay their bills. They send their kids to school. You know, he got a good job. He's a doctor. The mom a lawyer. This is a good family. That's not what the Bible says is good. What's good is keeping the commandments. And I'm gonna show you by not keeping the commandments, God's gonna send some people our way, some troubles our way. I want to show you. I want to show you something. Read that.
13?
No, 32.
I was thinking of you in the spirit.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32.
Come on.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
He said, our sons and daughters shall be given another people. When you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, 15, he said, for not listening and hearkening to me, these curses shall come upon you. So read that again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Listen, our people think they raising their own sons and daughters. If you get out of line, like the sisters just brought out to us today, what happened with the kid, the children, the mother and father, the father and mother was doing the best they could, and they still came to the kids. They had no power, no bite in their hand to get their kid back. They do what they want with their kid. Read that again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
The sons and daughters shall be given unto another people. Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Come on.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
You have no might in your hand. You don't have no military might, and you don't have no economic might. You can't do nothing. They run this. And if you don't start keeping God's statutes and commandments, this is going to keep on happening. That's what I want to. That's why we bringing this out, sis. It's important for us to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, because it don't really matter how hard you try if you're not keeping God's commandments. He's still gonna punish us.
Right, and that little girl is destroyed. Lord willing, not for her whole life, but they destroyed her because she didn't want to get disciplined. She destroyed herself. She basically called demise on herself.
Now watch this.
Watch this. Esau is the devil, okay?
Right.
Because Esau told her, if you feel like you're being abused and beat at home, we'll take care of you.
Right.
You don't have to take that. Beefing it up. So when she told them, the counselor or the teacher that, she was like, oh my God, we got to get you out of there with those evil people. Right. And as soon as they got her, you have this, you have that. Pop these pills. Now she's a zombie. Esau.
They lie, bro.
Yeah.
They lie. Anytime something wrong with a kid, anytime some kid have an issue at school, get these pills. This is what he has. That's, man, come on now.
Read verse 41. Read verse 41, because we got to read that too.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them.
Why won't we enjoy them?
For they shall go into captivity.
The school system is captivity. The school system, the prison is apparent captivity.
You just said it earlier.
But schools is captivity.
This pipe school.
Preschool to prison pipeline. School, look.
That's captivity.
If you look at any inner city school, they have these huge chain link fences around it. You could tell if it was a prison or a schoolhouse. Why? They're getting them conditioned to live in that kind of condition. They try to say, oh, it's for security. It's for protection and security purposes. Yeah, okay. When a school goes into an institution that has a fence around it, and the first thing that he meets is a security guard with a metal detector, it kind of puts something in a child's mind that, I don't know if that's like central booking. That's like going to a courthouse. But you're going to school though. And please believe, if somebody wanted to smuggle, like I told you, Angel had a knife in school and he went through the metal detector. Don't ask me how he got it in. You know what I'm saying? It's that feeling. So whenever you go to, you feel right at home when you go to prison. It's no different. You feel right at home when you go to court. It's no different. When you go to a white school, it looks like a college campus. Grass is green. No metal detector. The whole school is basically made out of glass. Mm. When you go to a black school or an inner city school or a Hispanic school, it's completely bricked with small windows that you can't get out of or into.
Because they got air conditioning window units.
Right. This is all by design. And we just read the curses that we would go through. Mm-hmm. This is by design. But we're going to take a quick break, then we're going to get into the solution. DJ, play that.
We cutting Christians. Like we're kid, we cutting Christians. Like we're kid, we cutting Christians. We the Israelites better get it right. You don't want me in the scriptures fight. I cut a Christian like a sharp knife, but it's just the Bible trying to save the life. Teach Christ always. Prison all day. These Christians go the wrong way because they don't do what the law say. This Bible cut like a sharp blade. We read the scriptures, this ain't religion. My mind frame taking over repentance, trying to serve the Lord, been fear and trembling. But the old man keep trying me. Why my flesh keep blinding me? Why these demons approaching me when I'm being the man I'm supposed to be? But these demons keep trying to focus on time, so wanna keep lying. The pastor keep lying, he shooting me job and looking at his eyes.
They're trying, bro. Faith to the Most High. Keep trying to bring this man out.
But you can decide what you gonna be. Is it a slave or is it a king? Christian talking, he think he's saying something. Oh, you swear to God, I think he can't pray for nothing. Run his mouth, won't catch his Bible open. You can't be serious. Y'all must be joking. We cutting Christians. We cutting Christians. We cutting Christians. Like we're
Yep, that's right. You gonna get the truth here. We ain't playing church, bro.
Yeah, we keep these
You
laws.
gonna get the truth here.
Come with a lot, and you gon' get cut. People man make the excuse according to his lust. You don't repent, you be destroyed for the lies you trust. Okay, G worship, but G know not what. These so-called Christians be struggling with Ephesians. Steady trying to say heathens, always lying on Jesus. John 3:16 is the reason that you blinded from the truth, and you can't prove what you believe until we cut on with the script, and we separate him and his.
What song? Oh, this one?
It is on SoundCloud, I know.
It's on there. It's on SoundCloud. Oh, praise.
Christian talking, he think he's saying something. Oh, you swear to God, then you can't pray for nothing. Run his mouth, won't catch his Bible open. You can't be serious. Y'all must be joking. We cutting Christians. We cutting Christians. We cutting Christians. Like we're kidding, we cutting Christians.
Deacon Abiel,
Yeah, Deacon.
John 14 ain't getting
Mariah.
scripture. Yeah, we keep
Mariah
these
Jewel.
I
laws.
think it's on Mariah
We
Jewel.
cutting Christians.
I'm not sure.
These laws, that's why we cutting Christians. These laws.
Who have a kid face? Who have a kid face? Who?
We cutting Christians. We cutting Christians. We cutting Christians. We cutting Christians.
What he saying?
I don't know, they look like something else. Something like cutting some nuts up.
Oh. Oh, that's a. I didn't catch it. That's a scoffer messing with me? Alright.
Oh, kind. Kind, not kid.
Oh, alright. Look, I can't listen. I don't have the eyes like you do have. I can't see this little thing, and then it keeps the bad eyes. You know. I look like I'm 13. Damn. Hey, y'all see that dude on Facebook? That dude, that little Dominican. He was like,
When they're doing the push-ups and stuff.
no, that dude is like, I'm 22. I'm 22. I'm not no little kid. Oh man, I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but I was talking about Lululemon CD yesterday. I was dying laughing. No. I think I was Deacon Abiel showing me that. They say I look like I'm 13, bro. I think I'm looking like a little, I got a baby face.
Children of the slave trade, we the ramifications. Nobody cares what them and I do. I lost the spiritual, don't let the devil blind you.
We break it up for honky when we drop this word. The circle turns to wise when we drop this word.
I don't know this song. I don't know. You talking about this song? I don't know this song. That's the first time hearing this. What this song is?
Oh, that's Three Holy Children. Off their first mixtape.
Oh, the last song? Cutting Christian?
Yeah, Cutting Christian, Mariah Judah,
Judah,
Deacon Abiel.
Deacon Abiel.
Ain't it on Mariah CD?
Hey, listen, I might look like a little kid, but I don't. I listen to music when I get in his car, my car. I don't really. I just don't listen to music like that, you know. I listen to it, but sorry, I just don't be knowing.
You know what also breed these monsters? That Christian doctrine, man. Let me tell you something, man.
You are, listen. Go ahead, man.
I'm riding in my car yesterday, right? I turned on the oldie station, 92.1. Here is the oldie station. They played old school R&B, jazz. It was Sunday. I forgot it was Sunday. I forgot it was devil worshiping day, I hear pastor on the radio say Satan. And he put Satan and Lucifer together, right? Like they're the same thing. They're not. They're not, by the way. But he says Lucifer was made different than all the angels. He was the director of the heavenly choir. Wherever Lucifer moved in the heavens, it was music.
Where did they get that from? That's not how I heard this.
Look, wherever he moved, there's music. And he thought that he would ascend above God. What Bible is that in?
I heard that in church.
Lucifer is a man. It's a nation of people. It is not a spirit. It is not an angel. And it's not Satan.
You want me to get that? What they say? Revelations? The one that says, is this the man that just...
No, that's Isaiah 14.
And it say Lucifer too.
Yeah, that's Isaiah 14.
Then after that, go to Job 1 and 1 and 6. Right here. 12.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations?
That's not talking about Satan or Lucifer falling from physical heaven. It's talking about rulership. Why? We're going to find out. Read the other verse that you holding. It's where it said no, right there. Let me get it. Hold on. Because it said Lucifer there. Watch this.
16.
Hold on.
Right. Read 16.
But no, what verse you at now?
16.
Okay. Yeah, go back and read the whole thing to 16.
Yeah, read 12 all the way down. Read 12 all the way down to 16. Keep going.
Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Lucifer means light bearer. Come on.
How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
Wait.
Go ahead.
You about to do that?
Yeah.
Go ahead, do it.
Okay. When did that happen? When it said, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. When did that happen? That happened in 1969 when the so-called white man started to do space travel. Read.
I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
The mount of the congregation is the children of Israel in the sides of the north, meaning North America. Come on.
Verse 14.
Americas.
Right. Yeah.
All of them.
Americas. Yeah. This continent. Come on.
Verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud.
What's that? Airplanes. Who created airplanes? The Wright brothers. 1900s.
I will be like the Most High.
I will be like the Most High. This is what Lucifer said. This is not Satan. Read.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
Meaning he's going to be brought down to the grave. He's going to be brought down for rulership. Read.
Verse 16. They that shall see.
Wait, hold on, I want to bring out a prayer real quick. Go to Job 1 and 6. Yeah, because in Isaiah he said, I want to be like the Most High. I want to ascend, to the moon, right?
Above the clouds.
Above the clouds, right?
Right. Yeah.
Job chapter 1, verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan.
Now this is the Satan. The other one was Lucifer, right? This is Satan. Satan was there. Read it again.
Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them.
Read.
And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
So he can go up and down as he wants.
God actually talked to him. There was no battle or no fight in heaven where he got kicked out. What the hell?
Now watch this.
Go back to 14.
No. You know, to say that, for you to say that, meaning God don't have no control over Satan. You saying God ain't God. Watch this. Keep reading. I want to show you something. Because they said they had this fight in heaven. Is you crazy? Read.
Verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
He's talking about Job, his servant who's keeping the commandments. Read.
That there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man.
Read.
One that feareth God and escheweth evil.
Go ahead.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, does Job fear God for naught?
Go ahead.
Has not thou made an hedge about him?
Have you not protected him? This is Satan talking to God. He said, the reason why he serving you because you protected him. I can't get to him. So how you gonna fight with God? Watch this, read on.
Hast thou not made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he hath on every side?
You protected him on every side. You protected him. I can't touch him. Read.
Thou hast blessed the work of his hands.
You have blessed the work of his hands. Come on.
And his substance is increased in the land.
Come on.
Put forth thine hand now.
Put forth whose hand?
Put forth thine hand now.
Your hand. Read.
And touch all that he hath.
And touch all that he hath.
And he will curse thee to thy face.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power.
He said, behold, all that he has is in your power. All that he has is in your power. Read.
Only upon himself put not forth thine hand.
But you can't touch his life. You can't take him. Wait, hold on 1 second. Satan asked permission to mess with Job and touch his life. How is this so? How is this so? How is this so?
So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord.
All right. That's it.
All right, give me Isaiah 14 and start back at 15.
I just wanted to show you there wasn't no fight.
So there's a difference between Lucifer and Satan. No, let's leave it like that. All right.
Isaiah chapter 14 verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
They that see thee. They that see thee. Can you see Satan? Has anybody literally seen Satan? Read.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man?
Is this the who?
Is this the man?
Is that the who?
Is this the man that made the earth to tremble? That did shake kingdoms?
Lucifer is the so-called white man. Thus saith the Lord God. Period.
It said it here. That wasn't your words, was it?
What y'all came to do, who you came to see, reaching the killer with. No, that is not me. Got to
Look, hey. Periscope done passed out. Nobody's saying nothing. Nobody's saying nothing.
Man, like that.
We must bring Obadiah out.
That's hook, line, and sinker.
Shalom, Most High Christ bless. We are back from the break. I found that clip, y'all, that ties in what we saying, what the sister called in and said with that beautiful information since she works on the inside with the government and how they do our children. We got a Dr. Julia Hare. Dr. Julia Hare spelled it out. Now, she ain't keeping the commandments. Lord willing, she repent. But yeah, we about to play this clip.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Play that.
They actually gave a statement. And when they gave that statement,
Pause
it meant that they could go right into your home.
Pause right quick.
It might just be
Can y'all hear us and see us? Just
Can-
type wide.
Yeah, they hear us.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Go ahead and play from the beginning.
They went into the black homes now, the powers that be, and told us that you got illusion of inclusion. They gave us this. They actually gave a statement. And when they gave that statement, it meant that they could go right into your homes. They went into the black homes now, the powers that be, and told us that you cannot discipline your children anymore. And if you discipline your children, you were going to jail. It's this kind of thing they told us. Now this is amazing that, you know, the black parents who in Africa, that was out of the question. Some social worker coming there saying you can't discipline your children, the social worker would disappear. As you all know, this kind of thing would go on. You would be sitting in a place like this and all you had to do was act up and do something wrong, and all your mother had to do was to glance in your direction. You all remember that? And you remember that the glance meant don't let me have to get up and come over there. And every once in a while in the black family there was a fool who would challenge the glance. And if you
Pause
could
it.
get home,
She's going over how it used to be. Everybody that's probably 27 years old and older know about that death glance. That you better sit your down look. You know what I'm saying? Type Y if y'all ever got that look. And they would talk without moving their teeth. They'd be like, sit your. Who got that?
Listen. Sometimes they don't even do you that. They just looking at you like this.
He said they talking about moving teeth.
They're just looking at you. You look. My grandfather had a look, but he ain't curving his mouth. You just see his eyes, and you just be like that.
Right.
I'm telling you, I don't know what it was. My grandfather. I never seen him whoop none of the other kids. He never whooped me, but I was afraid of him. I don't know why.
That look, man, that serious, that
I do not know
austere,
why.
That austere Christ.
that austereness.
I was afraid. I'm like, if he hit me, I'm gonna die.
Right.
That's the way he looked. He just had that look on him.
So she's going over how it used to be. Now watch this. Play it.
over the foot, over the ironing board, over whatever, you would sit in the backyard to get something off the peach tree.
Switches.
And if you brought something in that was too sharp,
Yeah, you want to get your own food. I never do that.
God forbid that you would do something like that. But then it got so terrible and frightening us. This is why we got to take this back. And this is the best part of our action plan is to reclaim the minds of our children. Because then they went into the public schools and took discipline out of there. So when we acted up in there, they put our boys, our black men, into something called special ed classes.
Stop it. She's talking. Look, you know back in the day they used to get whooped in school, right?
Right.
My mama was in school. They used to get whoopings in
No,
school.
I was in school. I used to get whooping from the PE teacher. He used to have when the paddle broke, he took a big broom. And he didn't go to jail. Listen, I was in that era.
Right.
I was in the era where you was getting whooped at school by the teacher.
Listen to what she said. She said since they took discipline out, if your kids act up, they put them in special ed classes. That starts the preschool to prison pipeline. Once they diagnose them into a special class, and then then the kids wind up dropping out because they feel stupid. They ain't stupid. They're not stupid. But when you make a child and demean a child till he feels stupid, what's going to happen? He's going to lash out. He's not going to go to school because kids are calling him.
Studies, bro. They know if you put a human being behind a cage for a certain amount of time, he's going to turn into an animal. Like he going to become his environment. They know that.
Right.
They have these studies, centuries of studies on the human brain, and it affects them. What, how they can do this to a person, do that. Listen, the so-called white man is the devil. Don't think he don't know what he's doing. And I'm talking about, when I say devil, I'm talking about deceiver. I ain't talking about no mythical creature.
Right.
I'm talking about deceiver who's telling you, yo, something wrong with your kids.
Right.
Something wrong with your kids. He's lying.
Play on.
And as you know, those special ed classes are nothing but holding cells until they can go to the state prison. Then once they get out of prison, they cannot get a job. Because of that. They cannot get the job. And then if they happen to eke out and find a job, then they have to pay taxes on the job, yet they cannot vote, and I call that taxation without representation. That's what we're looking at. And if one of the things that we would learn to do, they did a grand thing when they took that discipline away from us, because when they made our parents afraid to discipline the children, then what happened? We found out that the teachers were afraid of the principals were scared of the superintendent was scared of the school board was scared of the parents were scared of the children, and the children ain't scared of nobody.
Now, that was heavy. That was heavy.
Wow.
What did you, brother? That was heavy. What they needed to say. And we just read that. Go get that in Isaiah 3 and 12. What she just said is in the Bible.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12.
Now, this is the thing before you read. This is the thing. Now, what she's saying was good. Did you listen to the whole deal?
Yeah.
Did she have any solutions?
She kept saying something about a covenant. The only covenant we need is the commandments. You know?
Right.
And the faith in Jesus.
Right.
You know, that's the covenant.
What I'm saying, a lot of our people got speak very well. You know, it's the dude Dice, what's his name? Andrew Dice, something like that. Brothers who speak well, but they don't have no answers. They talk about we need to change it from the inside. Voting system. Listen, you ain't changing that. The so-called white man set up the voting system. You think you're gonna change this voting system? No.
You think you're gonna change the system that he put in place to destroy you? Does that make any sense?
That don't make no sense.
He gonna let you dismantle the machine that keeps his economy going and keeps you oppressed. You gonna change it. He gonna let you vote in and change it.
That's like you trying to change a fixed debt. He gave you the debt. You trying to change it. What's gonna change? The only thing gonna change is you keep God's commandments. That's what you can control. You can control that. We can't control the government.
Nope.
I can't go in the White House. That's not happening. And you think, well, yeah, we in the White House because of Obama. Listen. Even if he was our people, which he's not. Even if he was our people, the gift destroyed the heart. The gift destroyed the heart. He just up there just to please you, to keep your mouth closed, to keep you blind for a couple of more years. A few more years to keep you blind, because as soon as you became in office, you think, oh, all fears is gone away with. We don't have to worry about that no more.
Right. And guess what? That let the Esau, the so-called white man, know anytime matters get to a boiling point with so-called black people nationwide, all they got to do is throw a black person in a place of power and we'll shut up. Because you understand what happened? Katrina happened. The whole black community was in outrage Next thing you know, Barack Obama's elected president the next election. Why they do that? They did that so we could shut up. Because we was like, man, this place ain't for us. This place hates us. And we knew that on a nationwide scale. Kanye West, as crazy and as simple as this Negro is, he even got on and said, President Bush doesn't care about black people during a fundraiser for Katrina.
Right.
Had Mike Myers, the dude that did Austin Powers, like, Chris Tucker was like,
they call everybody off guard. They call everybody off guard.
we gotta go to break. We going to break right now. You know, next thing you know, Barack Obama is elected president and everybody shut up. So please believe, next time something like that happens, you'll get another black president, black mayor, black something to shut you up. Again, destroy at the heart.
And listen, they telling you these people stupid. We can do anything to these people. All we gotta do is say we like chicken, we can play a saxophone, and get in front of them. Go ahead.
Colin Kaepernick did stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance, right? And everybody's in outrage because he wouldn't put his hand over his heart to salute something that oppresses him, right?
You talking about the football player?
Right. Then they find a coon black dude that I'm just so in shock and outrage.
Why?
That he would do. They will always find that Uncle Tom Coon to counteract any type of insurrection. What I mean by insurrection, going against the grain.
Right.
So when Black Lives Matter came, guess what they had to do? They found a black police chief. I don't understand. They're thugs out here protesting about Black Lives Matter. You will always have a opposite reaction to the black reaction to, the black reaction to what something happened. There'll be an opposite one. So when Katrina happened, and they said the president hates black people, guess what they had to do now? Got to get a black president. Y'all don't see the game yet? If a teacher raped a student, they're going to find a black principal. Do you understand that? It's more, okay. And we fall for
time after time after time after time.
Man. And when black businesses are failing and somebody puts that on national scale, like we don't get loans, our black business is failing, guess what they're gonna put on TV? A black billionaire talking about business is great. We gotta find opportunity.
Listen, if I'm thirsty and he's drinking the water, right? And I'm thirsty, guess what? I'm still thirsty.
Right.
What that got to do with me? What they got to do with me because he got $1 billion? That had nothing to do with me. They trying to trick you. They put one black face up there. It's like Bishop brought out the Sabbath. Out of all the people that they destroyed, out of all that money they got, they showed 2 people that was getting so-called help. Out of all the people, 2 people.
We're doing something. Look, see, he's walking. He's walking. 85,000 people don't got legs in the houses. He's walking, he's dancing. He's walking, he's dancing. Billions of dollars later. Trillions of dollars later in Haiti. They had to wait for a camera crew to get there for someone that has no leg to get a prosthetic leg.
Damn shame.
A prosthetic leg, and what else with the boy had?
He needed a prosthetic too. He outgrew his prosthetic until the news crew got there. He had the old one, and then when they got there, they gave him a new one.
Then they show it's doing good. Look at the economy. They show all these hotels and these restaurants owned by Edomites.
That's that flood.
In Haiti.
Y'all keep thinking that this man means y'all well. That's why we try to get a school system. My child will never see one day of public school.
On my dead body.
In my house. If they living with me, they ain't going to public school.
Right.
At all. Period. Never.
Yeah.
Never. Because public school ruined me, bro. ruined me, bro. Because you know why? The spirit around public high school is evil. You know why? Because they promote sex, they promote drugs,
Violence.
they promote violence. Even though they might tell you they don't, they do. That's why you have sex education in middle school.
That's where you learn. That's where you learn it. That's where you learn all the evil songs. Because all right, let's say they have, because the good parents, I don't allow my kid to see this. I don't allow my kid to listen to this. But guess what? When I went to school, we had a big old, I brought a box to school. You call it the radio boxes. I don't know if y'all remember that. I brought one to school, the radio box. It was huge, right? Bring it to school, everybody was shooting dice. Everybody listens to all, the Tupacs, all that. Tell me, what?
You get older and older. Every Periscope, you had a boom box in high school.
Yes, I'm
Get older and older.
No, listen, no, I'm not lying.
The silver one, like the heavy metal
No, mine was
LL
black.
Cool J box.
Mine was black.
The black one.
Those had.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Kids got MP3s now that fit in their pocket. You went to school.
And listen, I wish I had somebody from New Orleans who knew me from back then.
You like that. With the kids
Listen,
play high top fade.
We was, bruh, we did that thing. We played that at school. Right in the back, playing shooting dice. Look, and that's why some of the kids who grow up in so-called good homes, who parents don't let them listen to the trash or whatever, they learned it there.
They did, right?
They learned it. They learned how to be thugs there. If there wasn't a good, like a lot of, I went to high school. I went to Kennedy, John F. Kennedy. All right, watch this.
Go ahead. Say. I'm gonna say something later. Go ahead.
I went to John F. Kennedy. They had a lot of people from New Orleans East. New Orleans East. At that time, y'all know New Orleans East was people who was doctors, the black doctors, lawyers. That's people who had money in New Orleans East. Eastover. My bad, not just New Orleans East. Eastover. They call it Eastover. That's where Baby and them stayed at. Eastover. Them kids came to school with Lexuses and stuff like that. They had at school, the things that they wasn't exposed to at the homes, they got exposed to it at school.
And I guarantee they was back into their household.
And then after a while, a couple of years passed, the parents like, what's wrong with my child? I don't even recognize you no more. Who are you? Damien, what are you doing? Why are you dressed that way?
I
sent you to school like this. You come back like this.
Right, hanging out in the hood.
The female, I sent her to school fully dressed. She barely got clothes on now because she didn't got around the corner and stripped her clothes off because she wanted to look like the.
Yeah,
I dealt with that thing.
Bring it out.
My daughter was trying to do that type of stuff when we first was coming into this truth and everything. She was doing that. She had like I don't know if she had it on under. She did. She had it under her dresses and everything. She get to school, pull the dress, all that stuff out.
Listen, we not lying. Look, I seen this in school. I'm telling y'all, you will see a girl go into the bathroom. She come out with makeup on. She looking different. She went in the bathroom with all her friends. Come back out looking like a totally different person.
Transformed.
She went into school. Her parents dropped her off. She went. Her girl. Oh, girl, let's go. They went in the bathroom. She come outside, coming back from the restroom looking like a toy. In the school, teachers they ain't saying nothing to the parents.
Hey, that's what they did do though. They told us.
When I was growing up, they wasn't saying nothing.
You know how
So it was the kid was still doing the same thing, same routine. You knew the girls who was doing it. They were doing the same routine day out day in. And then when you get to a certain age, 3, 4 years pass, now you're having trouble with your kid. You're like, I don't even recognize you no more. Who are you?
They went into captivity and they came out something that America made. An American nigger.
And guess what? That's in your schools. That's not happening in their schools.
Oh no.
Believe me.
Oh no.
That's not happening in their schools.
Esau's still doing drugs in his school. But they still doing drugs, but it's a little different. It's a little different in our schools. They don't push violence in their schools. They have like
it's different.
It's different. It's completely different. I'll give you that.
I'm gonna tell you this. What's happening now? That stuff is backfiring on them. The drugs. I was watching this thing. I think I sent it to you about how heroin, all that. It wasn't illegal when they was using it.
Right. Yeah. Cocaine was a Coca-Cola.
Yeah, they was using this stuff, and they started talking to us with it, and then that's how they started putting us in jail for using cocaine and stuff like that. I forgot what it was. I sent it to you though.
I've seen it before. I know what you're talking about.
You know, it's just not the same. But what's going on? The stuff that was supposed to destroy us is backfiring on them. It's backfiring.
All praises.
They dealing with the issues now. Not on a grand scale as we are, but it's turning up. We waking up. Listen, that's why we telling y'all keep the commandments.
Right.
Because the Most High said He gonna pay them double for what He done to us.
So solution time, y'all. The rest of this is gonna be solution. Go ahead and get those scripts.
Yeah. Give me. We didn't read that. I want that. Romans 15. Right. This is how you learn. This is how you learn how to take care of your kids. This is how you. Now, guess what? Ain't this something? I didn't even know how to be a dad because I didn't have one. But guess what? This right here shows you how to be a dad. The scriptures. The scriptures. That's right. And then I have examples all around me. I got Deacon Abiel. I got brothers who had fathers, who's in this truth. You know, I got the elders. You know, the bishops. You know, I got Bishop Kanai. You know, he got 12 kids. Great father. I'm looking at their examples.
Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
So don't think, well, I didn't have a dad. I don't know what to do with, you know. No, you do know what to do. You have the scriptures right here. You do know what to do. Read it again.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
This Bible was written for us to learn from. Go ahead.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
That's why I'm good. I know I'm gonna raise my kid the best way I can through these scriptures, and I might have comfort in it.
Right.
And I know this is right. All right. So from there, get Proverbs 22 and 6.
Can we start with one thing first?
Go ahead.
To the law of Deuteronomy chapter 6.
Oh yeah.
Go to Deuteronomy chapter 6, start at verse 5.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 5. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might.
Now hold on, start at verse, read 6, 1 and 2, and then drop down to 5 through 7.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, which the Lord your God commanded to teach you.
This is Moses. This is saying that he taught you laws, statutes, commandments, and judgments. Come on.
That ye might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it.
That you may do them, whether you go in the land, whether you go to possess it, wherever you live. Come on.
That thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy sons.
So not just us keeping the commandments, we gotta teach our who? Can you read?
Thy, that I command thou, and thy son, and thy son's son, and all the days of thy life. And let me read that over. Verse 2, that thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son, and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged.
This is the law. We got to teach every generation these commandments. Read on. Drop down to verse 5.
Verse 5, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might.
Meaning observing to do all his law, statutes, and commandments, no questions asked. Read.
Verse 6, and these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
Come on.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
You shall what?
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
That is a commandment. That is a law from God that we do what?
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
No, teach them football.
Diligently unto thy children.
Teach them sex ed.
Diligently unto thy children.
Teach them how to become a basketball wife.
Teach them diligently unto thy children.
Come on.
And shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house.
Nah, talk about foolishness. Keep reading.
And shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
You should always be reverencing the Bible, reverencing the Most High, reverencing the commandments in your house with your children. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to ask your children what you learned today at school. And hopefully your child can answer you something positive. Or tell you, if your child say nothing, you might want to get on your kid a little bit. You might just want to talk to them a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? But on top of them learning what they learn at school, you should always be teaching them these commandments. Beating them in their head with the commandments. Not physically, y'all. Let's not get simple. But go ahead.
Let's get Sirach, chapter 30. Start at verse 1.
Sirach.
I wanted to go to some other scriptures, but we're running out of time.
We can get it.
Okay.
Sirach, chapter 30, verse 1. He that loveth his son, causeth him oft to feel the rod.
He that loveth his son. He that loveth his son. Meaning he always on his son. He always on. He ain't giving up on him. He or she. Alright? They make them often feel the rod. So-called white man tell you not to beat the kids. And when it's talking about beat them, it's talking about their backside, their butt. It ain't talking about like my mama did me, punch me all in my face, choke me almost until I passed out. Talking about that.
Your mama was a gangster.
Bro, my mama didn't play, bro. I'm telling you.
You want me to finish that?
Yeah.
That he may have joy of him in the end.
So you can have joy of him in the end.
Meaning he ain't gonna be incarcerated. That's what it's going into, meaning he ain't gonna live a short
when
life.
When you finish raising him, when he on his own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could be like, that's my boy. You can be proud. This to me, this is sad. This is sad. And I always see this. You see these moms, when these kids become basketball players, football players, that's my son. You see the mom, right? The mom right there, always hugging and kissing on me and crying, right? But where you at when he's terrorizing the neighborhood? That ain't your son there? That ain't him there? Because you mothers, you the ones who the government gave to raise kids.
The mothers often give up on their children. You gonna do what you gonna do anyway, so get out, you know.
I'm just saying, you don't want to hear the truth. You just want somebody to pat you on the back. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Words.
I'm not gonna give it to you. I want you to do right. So it's gonna be hard. But hey, that's what it is. Let's read on.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
This is Sirach, chapter 20, verse 2. 30. 30, verse 2. He that chastiseth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance.
You gonna be talking about your child. You're gonna be so happy. Read on.
He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
He that teacheth his son do what?
Grieveth the enemy.
You don't think the so-called white man know that? That's why he does everything possible to keep a man out of their household.
That's why he hate us now.
Read
Trying
that.
to shut down the parasite every time he get.
Right. Read that again, bro. That's heavy.
Sirach chapter 30 verse 3. He that teaches his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
When you teach your son the right way, you teach your daughter the right way, it grieveth the enemy. How? If you tell your daughter to keep her legs closed and not to have sex outside of marriage, guess what? That destroys a cycle that Esau makes billions and $trillions off of. One, if she killed a baby, that's murder. They make money off Planned Parenthood. Number two, if you don't kill him and you don't raise him right, guess what happens? He's going to go into the penal system. He's going to be locked up. They make billions of dollars off him like that. Two, he might sell drugs, killing off the rest of us.
He's taking it because he's making you pay. He charging them to go to jail now.
You charged what?
You have to.
You get charged. When you go to jail, you get charged.
Like you paying now.
With this too.
You paying now.
Yeah, you got to pay to go to jail. When you get out, you have a bill, like a doctor bill, from jail.
Yeah, it's not, bro. Listen, my brother told me that, and I was like,
wow.
"What?" Listen, it is real slavery.
Wow.
I think I just dropped the bomb on Officer Aviat. I never seen him like this.
My head went.
Damn. Yes. A lot of listen, bro. They making look. If you train your children up right, they don't have to deal with it, and that's just one instant. You teach your kids right, they know how to be carpenters. They build their own houses. They be their own doctors. They be their own lawyers. You don't have to go to their system. Under God's laws and statutes and commandments.
Because we didn't keep God's commandments, 15.5 million of us laid unborn. Do you know how much? Out of 15.5 million people, that's at least 20,000 doctors at the lowest. That's at least 50,000 teachers. That's at least, look at how much things could have been built by those 15.5 million people that never seen the light of day. Because someone wanted to get them vacuumed out of them because they wanted to have sex without no consequence. Esau knows these things. So the ones that do live, they destroy them so they can go to jail. They couldn't make enough prisons for 15.5 million people. Extra of us. They couldn't do it.
So read that.
You want
I can say more on this, but we're going to keep on reading.
Verse 6.
Yeah. Keep reading. We're going to read this thing.
Sirach chapter 30 verse 6. He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends.
Do you understand how heavy that is? Do you understand how heavy that is? And Esau understands this. Read on.
He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry.
Listen, you playing with your child. You playing with him. Read that again.
Verse 7. He maketh too much. He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his
You
wounds.
making too much of your son.
Worshiping your son almost.
Fine. It's all right. That's cute. No, don't play with him. Do not play with your sons and daughters. Because guess what? Read on.
And his bowels will be troubled at every cry.
Come on.
And horse not broken becometh headstrong.
A horse that's not, is giving you an example now. A horse that's not broken become headstrong. You can't tell him nothing. You can't get him right.
Right, that's what happens when you don't whip a child. That's what happens when you don't discipline him. He thinks that he's invincible. He can't be stopped.
He getting headstrong. Read.
And a child left to himself will be willful.
And that's what, listen, that's what we have that a lot in this community, in our communities. the child left to his own. You got 7, and I mean probably lower than that on up. Like you seen, what you seen when he was 7 or 6 years old walking down the street with the doggone bandanas all over his body?
Right. He was like 5, he had to be 6 or 7. Walking across the street, no adult supervision. Beater on. Chucks, Dickies, 2 flags tied together for a belt.
Dave Chappelle made a joke about that.
Right.
Like, baby, what you doing out here?
I'm selling crack.
I'm selling weed, nigga.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn. I mean, we making fun of this stuff, but this is stuff we see. What he was saying was, it's children out there, kids out there. No supervision, no direction.
No order.
No order. Don't. And listen, they want it. But you have to, you older men, you have to stop being scared. We have to stand up, man. We have to stand up. You gotta. I'm scared of a child that I brought in this world.
Right.
I'm scared of him. I told my nephew, Officer Yawasai brother, right? He's tall now. He's like 6, probably about 6'3", 6'4". He's pretty tall. You know, I ain't played with my nephews when they was growing up.
I'm sorry, did you say Officer Yawasai's brother? Did you talk about yourself in third person?
I thought I was
Officer.
I thought I heard. I was just that replayed in my head a couple times. So,
Man.
so your brother? Are you talking about your brother?
No. Officer REA.
Okay. All right. All right. We ain't on the same page now.
Officer REA. Wow. I gotta, it
You
happens.
good.
It happens.
You good.
And he was like, "You can't whoop me now." I said, "Boy, hell freeze over before I'm afraid of you."
Man.
I'm talking about he came step up on me. And I'm like, bro, I would cut you down, then beat you. Listen, I'm not look, he got muscles everywhere. Because he play basketball now. He looking to go to the NBA. He that good. But I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid. There's some of our men are afraid. They're afraid. He got a gun. He out there selling drugs. He a gangster. Look. I'll be doggone if my son turn that way. I'm afraid of him.
Right.
That's not gonna happen. He gonna have to kill his daddy. Cause I ain't playing that. And that's the kind of attitude the older men gotta start having, man.
I will Joe Jackson my children before I be scared of them. I will beat the black off of them.
He said Joe.
Like Joe Jackson did Michael.
Yeah. And you see how crazy Michael listen, we're not talking about beat your kids like this. That's not what the Bible's saying. All right? Read on.
This Sirach, chapter 30, verse 9. Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
That's you being a friend to your children rather than a father. You want to be their friend. I see every time. I want my children to be able to tell me everything. The hell with that. I don't want them ever to be that comfortable to tell me, Daddy, I like smoking weed. No, for real, I grew up with people that say, they told their parents that they'd be like, I want you to smoke in their house. I don't want you to smoke outside because they can lace it with something. No, tell them not to smoke at all. For real, like.
Because you scared he gonna leave and go, you scared he gonna, wait, hold on. Where's that parable? They call it the prodigal son.
I don't know where it's at, bro. Off the top of my head, but we are pressed for time on that one.
Keep reading.
Sirach, chapter 30, verse 10. Laugh not with him, lest thou have
Don't
sorrow.
play with him like the officer said. Don't play with him. He ain't your friend. That's your child.
I hate when parents say this, or the kids say, my father is my best friend. Your father is weak. My mother is my best friend. Your mama is weak. Because a kid should never say, my parent is my friend. What the hell? That means that you is super lenient. They doing whatever they want, and they confiding in you, telling you any and everything.
You scared to tell your kids, I don't want you to play sports because it's breaking the Sabbath. You got to do it. You got to do it on the Sabbath. So you scared to tell your kid that.
Right. That for real. Yeah. It goes into a lot of things. Well, I want to be a dancer. I want to do ballet, but they got to wear tights. They wear that little tutu. Tutu ain't no dress. You wear tights. But she wants to be a ballet dancer. I can't crush her dream. The hell with that. Commandments come first. If they don't let you dress in a dress and dance, you won't be dancing ballet.
What y'all don't realize, death is coming to America for the sins. You have to, and this is what we're here for. We're here to wake our people up. Read on.
Verse 10. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end.
That's what happens when you see these parents out here crying because their child laying dead. They played with them too much. Or was it there too much? Or your little boy, you become Irvin Johnson III in a dress. You played with him too much. Your son wearing a purse and he rocking your name. It's a nigga cool name at that, but it's still... He called after you. He's supposed to be the third your Avenger, and he dressed up in a dress and makeup. 6'3", how tall is that man? Irvin Johnson is tall.
Like 6.
He's taller than 6'3".
Yeah, he's huge.
He's taller than 6'3".
And he's a fun boy.
Looking crazy. Because you couldn't tell him, boys don't wear women's shoes. It starts right there. Oh, he's just having fun. It's cute. It ain't cute. Just like I see these kids encouraging this little boy to cuss. These two little girls sitting in a car.
I see that.
They thinking it's funny.
I see that too.
He cussing them out. And they like...
He gonna grow up and terrorize the whole block.
They just laughing. And then when he grow up and he see a female and they was laughing at him, he was like, he think that's okay. So he old now. He called an Arab female that name. The B. You hoes.
And he gonna be bragging. I call my mama a B.
What are you talking about?
You know?
He don't have no respect.
At all. None.
Because they was playing with him. They was playing with, like the scriptures say, you playing with him. Read on.
Verse 11. Give him no liberty in his youth, and weep not at his follies.
Weep not at his folly. Don't give him no liberty on this. Let him do what they want to do.
Right.
Go where he want to go. Liberty is talking about freedom. Don't just give him, he's a child. Put him to work. Let him do some, cut the grass. Paint the house.
The worst thing my parents could have let me do is go to the movies with my so-called
Wash the
girlfriend.
car.
Do you know what happens at the movies as a teenager?
Listen. Ain't no watching no movies.
That's the worst thing you can do.
I was watching movies when I was growing up. I was watching movies. I was looking at the Ninja Turtles. I was the first thing the Turtles.
Look, those that had children in high school ain't came into the knowledge of knowing you an Israelite yet. Because I know some of y'all watching. If your child tell you they going to the movies,
He said, I don't remember one movie.
the translation is, I'm going to fondle my girlfriend.
Yes.
That's what going to the movies means.
Now, yeah, I did that too.
I'm going to have sexual relations with my girlfriend. That's what the movies stand for.
The mall. All that.
All of that.
Now, if I'm going, look, I said I was going to the mall, but I wasn't going to the mall. I remember that now. I told him I'm going to the mall. Yeah, I'm right.
Mall stands for marijuana, alcohol, ladies, and
minus the mall.
That's what mall stand for.
Minus the mall, because there ain't no mall in it. You'll be mauling somebody. That would have we was mauling. What's going on doggone mall?
But yeah, read out of 12. We gonna end it.
Sirach chapter 30, verse 12. Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thy heart.
He gonna bring sorrow to you. He gonna bring sorrow to you because somebody gonna knock on your door, Sister Johnson or brother such and such. We found your child shot up over here.
And guess what's gonna happen? First thing, oh, they gonna roll over in the ground. Just like on Don't Be a Menace.
Or what they gonna do, instead of doing that, they gonna kick in your door looking for your son. They gonna do that.
Yeah.
That's bringing sorrow to your neighbor. All the neighbors looking at you like,
Or that's the worst thing right here. You know Sister Johnson? Her daughter's a hoe.
mm-hmm. She sleep with all them little boys. She
You
little
better
fast
keep
little
your
girl.
son away from that hoe. And that's church folks. That's your Sunday church goers.
They ain't saying how to help your. They ain't trying to help them. You see the pastor's daughter.
Oh, the pastor's daughter's the worst. Oh my God.
They got movies behind the pastor's
Oh
daughter.
my God, bruh.
Read on.
We ain't got time. Yeah, we ain't got time for that story.
Read on.
Verse 13. Chastise thy son, and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee.
Put him to work. Read.
Better is the poor, being sound and strong.
All right, that's going to something else. I'm going to get one more verse. Get Proverbs 22:6, and that's it.
All right.
We gotta go. Gotta go, y'all. That's it.
We might need to do a number 2.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a number 2 on this.
Cause kids,
We
need a month worth of classes for kids.
Yes.
Cause kids,
I didn't even get through a fraction of the scriptures that I wanted to go through. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Like when he brought out in Deuteronomy chapter 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's training up a child in the way he should go. And he should not depart from it. And I want to leave out on that.
Great precept, officer. Great precept. Shalom, Israel. Sorry for ain't a sin, bro. You know what it is. Shalom, Israel.
Officer, y'all, what's up?
Officer Abiyah.
Brother Lemuel.
September 1st is the deadline to put your money in for Feast of Tabernacles. Y'all got limited time. Hurry up. It's going down.
This has been another casting down imagination. Shalom. Most High in Christ bless. I love you, Israel.
Shalom. Shalom.